Okay, good evening. This is the third session, synchronous session, and we are going to start in 5 minutes more, please. Um, only 5 minutes, please. I hope that you hear correctly in this session. As you can see, we are going to see two futures, two kinds of future: the simple future and also the going to, that is the future continuous. And wait a minute, please. 4 minutes more, please. Hi, how are you? What about this during this week and the other? Because as you can realize, we had problems the last week, and it was a pity because I received a few, very few activities. The worst was the activity, the interactive activity for um, the this activity is a little difficult, but in this case it was more because we had problems with the platform during the week, so that's why. Hi, hi everybody. I hope that you introduce into the platform, please, because I would like to know who is. Okay, thanks a lot, Victor. How are you? What about your activities? Tell me, please. Are they easy or difficult? What do you think? We are in the half of the module, as you can realize. It's amazing that we are in the middle of the module. We are going to finish into 2 weeks, this and the others. And I hope that you had an excellent week, the last week. Okay. Hi, Victor. Um, can you tell me something about your activities, your last activities or these activities, or at the end, as you prefer? Because we have 2 minutes more. You can start with questions if you prefer, and the others three that they are in the platform, please. Or as we have done, we start with the topics, the two topics, and then the time for questions, as you prefer. I would like to introduce the topics. Firstly, me gustaría primero iniciar como las sesiones anteriores con los introduciendo o presentándoles los temas. What about you, Victor? About your last activities, the number 3 and 4? I suppose, okay, I suppose the more difficult was the fourth. I don't know why. Is always difficult for you. I suppose for the timeline, no? For the timeline, because you didn't used to, no acostumbran to do this kind of presentation about the timeline. I suppose that's why. So, hi Marisol, how are you? Good evening, Marisol. We're talking about the activities, the last activities of the last week, the activity 3 and 4. And I tell you, your partners, that the most difficult activity always is the number 4. I don't know why. I suppose for the timeline. But I received so I received a few activities. But I sent you a message about if you want to send them, you can do it. But please, only 3 and 4. Well, uh, it's time. We are going to start because we have to see the two topics. Okay. Good evening. Hi. How are you? I hope that you are fine, very, very fine, and you amaze with the topics. Martita, Edmundo, hi, how are you? Hi, good evening. Good evening, everybody. So we're going to start. If you don't have a specific yet questions, start with the future, okay? I'm going to take notes about you, Marisol, Victor, Edmundo. Thanks again, Edmundo Lopez and Marta Laura. Hola, Pili. How are you? Okay, so let's start. As I told you, well, firstly, congratulations because most of you sent the activities 3 and 4 on time and 4. And it was too difficult because as you can realize, we had problems with the platform. I'm so sorry. You know that it's a problem that we have sometimes, but in this case, we had problems about 3 or 4 days. So that was and a huge problem. Okay, but thanks a lot also because and congratulations because you sent them on time, most of you. But I am waiting for someone who couldn't send the activities. And I send you also a message that tells you if you want to send them during today or tomorrow, you can do it. Okay, please. Martita, okay, no problem. No problem. Okay, we're going to start. As you, I suppose that you check your resources, and the topics are two, mainly are two. The future, it's the opposite of the other topic because we the first and the second we saw the past tense, and now and nowadays these days we are going to see the future. So it's opposite the topic, okay? Es todo lo contrario. El tema now it's future, ahora es futuro. I suppose that you have some questions about how can you difference or how can you see the difference between one and the other, the will and be going to. So that's why I'm going to give you a presentation in PowerPoint to see the difference and which of them you can use in your activities 5 and 6 specifically. Okay, so we are going to start. As you can, as always, I'm going to take a walk. Vamos a dar un pequeño paseo and for the presentation in PowerPoint. Okay, so okay, welcome to this week. And as you can see, you are going to talk about your goals. Okay, these are your resources. As you can see, there are many practice exercises. There are eight practice exercises. I invite you, as always, to check them and do them, all of them. Please, all your exercises. The first topic is the will. We are going to start with the simple future. Vamos a empezar con el futuro simple. Okay, this is the will. And this is a resource, this is a resource called We'll Do It. Podremos hacerlo, ¿sí? Okay, this is one of the resources. And this is about the will. And this is an example because before this resources, there was a video about Mary and William. Do you remember? And there is a question, what will you do after high school? And they use will. So, what is will? Will is a modal. Es un modal que no tiene traducción en español. As the auxiliaries, como los auxiliares, do you remember the do, does in present? And did in past, como el do y el dos en presente y el did en pasado. Y de igual manera vamos a usar el modal will. Realmente no tiene traducción, pero significa futuro simple. Y bueno, vamos a ver un ejemplo en afirmación. Por ejemplo, si lo quiero poner en presente diría I study, yo estudio, pero si lo quiero poner en future, simple future, I add, le tengo que agregar el will. I will study. It's between y va a estar antes del verbo. Y si te puedes dar cuenta, lo vamos a manejar tanto el will, el going to y el would. Nuestro verbo va a estar in simple form, en su forma simple. Okay, this is an example of affirmative form with simple future. Okay, aquí viene la parte importante. This is very important. When you use will, ¿cuándo usamos el will? Fíjate bien. A promise. Para una promesa, a decision made at the moment you're speaking, predictions, an uncertain future. That is something that we are not sure will happen. This is very, very important for your projects. Okay, you use this will in four situations. Affirmative. Okay, we are going to write down the subject, el sujeto, la persona, y will es para todos, para mí, para ti, para él, para ella, for everybody. Okay, el will, and the verb in simple form. And then, this is in Spanish. Es algo parecido a lo que vas a hacer tú en el proyecto 6, ¿de acuerdo? ¿Te acuerdas? Ahorita vamos a checarlo, ¿sale? This is the sentence in English and also in Spanish. This is a box, es una tabla. Bien, continue. Negative will. Only we add, solamente le vamos a agregar el not. I will not. If you can see, si te puedes dar cuenta, todos tienen el will. El will es para todas las personas, para mí, para ti, para él, nosotros, para todos. Only we add, solamente le agregamos el not. Pero si lo quieres usar con contracción, como es muy común, le ponemos el won't and it's correct both. Y ambos son correctos. Will not, I won't. You won't. This is in negative form. Now, question. Esta la vas a tener que utilizar en el proyecto 6. El will, you start with will, and then the subject, and the verb, and the complement, of course, and we end with the question mark. Okay? This is, well, if you prefer start with when, how long, cuánto tiempo, cuándo, dónde, you can start here. Lo escribes antes del will. ¿De acuerdo? Bien. This is the question form. Ahora nos vamos with the other future called. El siguiente futuro se llama future continuous, futuro continuo, y debe de usar y consta del verbo to be y el going to. Siempre, siempre le vamos a poner conjugado el verbo to be. ¿Cuál es el verbo to be? I am, you are, he is, she is, ¿de acuerdo? Es lo único que va a cambiar. Y después sigue el going to, siempre, siempre. And then the verb in simple form. Y después el verbo en su forma simple. Siempre, siempre en afirmación, ¿de acuerdo? So, what is the difference between will? ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre el que vimos and this one? Okay, we are going to see that it's that the other was uncertain and this is certain. Este es certero, eso es verdadero. Si va a suceder esto, ¿de acuerdo? Por eso es un futuro más preciso. For example, in this case, she's Marisa. Marisa, she is going to be a vet because she is studying hard. Ok, fíjate bien, ella va a ser una veterinaria. Va a ser veterinaria. Ella está estudiando muchísimo en la universidad. Entonces, aquí sí sabemos que va a ser algo cierto, que realmente ella va a ser veterinaria porque ella está estudiando y además lo está haciendo bastante bien, está poniendo mucho empeño. Entonces ya no usamos el will, vamos a usar el going to. To become a good vet. And then I'm going to participate. She's going to participate in an exchange program in Brazil. So she needs to learn Portuguese. Ella va a participar en un programa de intercambio en Brasil. Entonces ella necesita aprender portugués. She is going to take Portuguese lesson on weekends in a language school near home. Entonces ella va a tomar lecciones de portugués. ¿De acuerdo? Eso es algo más certero, va a ser algo más real que el will. El going to. Y aquí vemos que, bueno, nos está explicando precisamente lo que te comentaba. There is certainly, hay hay certeza de lo que sucederá. That it will happen. Lo que no tanto es en el will. Bien, entonces por eso, that is the difference between them. Esa es la diferencia entre los dos. Esto es más preciso, más certero. So, this is the same example. Es el mismo ejemplo que veíamos con la chica. Y aquí, for example, suppose that the weather is, there are many clouds, hay muchas nubes, y entonces, ¿qué decimos? It's going to rain, va a llover, ¿verdad? Porque es evidente que sucederá. Bien. Más o menos espero que vean la diferencia. I saw that is a little difficult. Es un poquito difícil, pero no te preocupes. Vamos a ver más ejemplos, ¿de acuerdo? Okay, this is the affirmative form. I am, it is, she's going, they are going. Lo único que va a cambiar es the verb to be, el verbo ser o estar, depends of the person you are talking about. Dependiendo de la persona a la que quieras, de la que estemos hablando. Ahora sí, vámonos con the negative. Y only we add, igual que las veces anteriores, solamente agregamos el not. Marisa is not going to learn French. Marisa no va a aprender en francés. Ella va a aprender portugués. Ok, vemos la forma negativa. Solamente le agregamos el not después del verbo to be. In question form, we start with the verb to be. En pregunta no lo vamos a ver, no te preocupes, pero bueno, it's important to know how to do the question form. Es importante ver la forma interrogativa. We start with the verb to be, empezamos con el verbo ser o estar. Is Marisa going to be a vet? Is Marisa going to take her Portuguese lesson in Brazil? No, she isn't. It's an example. In question form, affirmative and negative. This is the short form. Esa es la forma corta. No vamos a usar eso en nuestros proyectos, por favor. Short answer, no. Okay, the next. Okay, ya vimos el will, going to, now the would. Would you like to? Would is the past of will, es el pasado de will. No quiero complicarte mucho en esto, ¿sale? Solamente quiero decirte que se usa para, tampoco en los usos, simplemente el would siempre te va a dar la terminación ería, me gustaría, I would like, me gustaría to, I would like to, go to the movies, I like to study French, and so on, ¿de acuerdo? Pero, bueno, it's important that you know that also you can use it when you express an idea of will, acceptance or preference. También puede ser para aceptar una preferencia. I will travel around the world. Me gustaría, o sea, yo viajaría alrededor del mundo. Viajaría. Si te fijas en la terminación, regularmente ría. Se enojarían. Las medicinas harían que tú te sintieras mejor. ¿Te gustaría? Bueno, puede ser también para las situaciones, talk about the possible result or effect of a situation, or to express courtesy. It's very common when you are in a restaurant and when they are taking the order, the waitress or waiter asks you, would you like something to drink? Would you like to see the drinks or the meals or something like this, okay? To offer something, para ofrecerte algo. It's very, very formal and it's very, very kindly, es una forma amable de preguntar si quieres algo. Sin embargo, no lo vamos a ver en esa forma, ¿de acuerdo? It's only information, add information, solamente información agregada. Y aquí está cómo se usa cómo podremos usar el would el sujeto, el will y el verbo en su forma simple, como les decía, y va a dar la terminación ría en español. Steve vendría. Nosotros te ayudaríamos. Nosotros sentiríamos. Tú te sentirías mejor. Y en negación, el not. Y en pregunta, pues empezarías con will, pero no lo vamos a ver específicamente, pero if you want, in the projects, there are no questions about with using would, okay? No vamos a usarlo, no lo vamos a aplicar in our projects, in our activities, okay? Bien, here we use the will and also the going to. For example, in this case, I will save money. Ahorraré dinero para comprar algo. Es algo incierto, pero también dice, I'm going to take care, voy a cuidar algunas mascotas de otras personas. Eso sí lo va a hacer y esto sí es certero. Another, here, for example, probably I will ask my cousin, probablemente le preguntaré, entonces por eso está el will. Another example about John. John says, I am John, I am going to be a professional runner. I run very, very fast. Okay, in this case, he used the will also. Firstly, primero dice, I'm going to be a professional runner. Voy a ser un corredor profesional, pero aquí sí es más seguro porque él ya corre, porque él corre muchísimo y muy rápido. Entonces, por eso usa el going to. Sin embargo, para el will, in this case, dice, he will help me. I'm going to visit the doctor. Dice, voy a visitar al doctor. Eso sí es seguro que lo va a visitar. Y él, el doctor, he will help me to set my goals. Él me ayudará a alcanzar mis metas, pero pues todavía no está muy seguro, ¿verdad? Él cree que sí, pero pues no hay mucha seguridad. I will have to work. Tendré que trabajar más. Aquí hay otro, another example, with will. Aquí, ¿por qué no usamos el going to? Okay, he's Peter, and he's talking about that he go to the engineering school, está en la escuela de ingeniería. Sin embargo, de eso a que se vaya a estudiar al extranjero, because his goal is to study abroad. Su meta es estudiar en el extranjero. Sin embargo, pues todavía no es muy seguro. Entonces, you use he uses will, por eso usa el will. I will have to study, tendré que estudiar demasiado para aprender japonés. Aprenderé, I will learn a lot, aprenderé demasiado y conoceré otro país. Tendré que concentrarme en mis estudios y tendré que aprender japonés. Bien. This is an example. And now, this is very important because in the future, in both futures, en los dos futuros, we are going to use expression of time as the past tense. Como en el pasado simple, aquí también vamos a usar expresiones de tiempo, such as tomorrow, for example, and at the end. Mainly, they are at the end of the sentence. Regularmente van a estar al final de la oración. For example, I will swim tomorrow. There are another similar expressions such as tonight, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, or next. Before next, the day after tomorrow. Sería en español pasado mañana. ¿Sí? Un día después de mañana, pues es pasado mañana. For example, Joe is going to move. Joe se va a cambiar, se va a mudar pasado mañana. Or a week after. And then the next, it's very, very common, the next. Alice will start school next week, next month, next year, next Tuesday, and so on. This is another, and there are more. Please try to look for this resource called expression of time in future. Por favor, revisen este recurso, es muy importante. And there is another, hay otro más, very, very common, in. Sandy will graduate in a year, en un año, in a week, in a month, or in an hour. in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years, and so on. Hay más, there are more, but please consult it. Consúltalo, por favor. So, now we start with the activity. With the first activity, this is the number 5. Be a positive thinker. So, think about things you would like to improve in your life. Piensa en las cosas que te gustaría mejorar en tu vida. What are you planning to do next year? And what are you going to achieve in, ¿te acuerdas de esta expresión de tiempo? In 2 years. In this case, next year, 2 years. They are expressions of time in future, son expresiones de tiempo en futuro. Bien, in this one, te está diciendo planear. Do you remember? ¿Te acuerdas cuál dijimos que es la más certera? Cuando planeas, si planeas algo, pues lo vas a lograr. Entonces, por eso hay que usar el going to. Okay, this is one example. What are you going to do? A Word document, firstly, what you think about what you like to improve in your life. And what are you going to do next year? What are you planning the next year and what you are going to achieve in 2 years? Estos tres, ¿de acuerdo? In different aspects, such as personal, emotional, professional, or economic aspects, okay? So, si te preguntan con Google, responde con Google. Si te preguntan con presente continuo, answer with present continuous. If asked you with going to, answer with going to. Responde con lo que te preguntan. En este caso, aquí es más claro ver la diferencia. ¿Por qué usamos going to? Porque lo estás planeando. Primero lo piensas qué es lo que te gustaría mejorar, and then you planned. Lo planeas para conseguir lo que tú quieres, pero en 2 años. Lo que vas a alcanzar, lo que vas a mejorar en 2 años. I suggest, sugerencia, hazlo sobre el mismo aspecto, sobre el mismo, about the same goal, sobre el mismo, sobre la misma meta que quieras alcanzar. Claro, in the aspect personal, this one, this, and this. Another different goal, otra meta diferente in the aspect of emotional. Another goal, otra meta diferente about the professional. For the last time. Y por último, tu meta económica. ¿De acuerdo? They are 4 goals. En realidad debes de tener 4 metas. Como, ¿qué es lo que te gustaría? ¿Cómo lo planearías? ¿Qué es lo que estás planeando? ¿Qué es lo que estás planeando para el próximo año? Y lo que vas a alcanzar futuro, ¿sí? Bien, this is an example. Ese es un solo ejemplo, pero no quiere decir que vas a poner, you are going to paste some picture. No quiero que pegues nada, es un example. No te quise poner la respuesta, pero es un ejemplo. No pegues, por favor, no hagas esto, ¿sale? Nada más es un ejemplo, tache, aquí tache. Vas a hacer tus oraciones, only sentences, solamente oraciones, ¿de acuerdo? Bien, entonces it's an example, es solamente para ejemplificar. Y bueno, pues aquí vas a hacer lo mismo y lo mismo, ¿de acuerdo? So, next, part 2. Parte número 2, write a paragraph from 5 to 8 lines describing how you will be in 5 years. Remember, please, this one is in 1 year and 2 years, but the next is into 5 years. Aquí no estamos hablando de 1 or 2 years, we are talking about 5 years, in 5 years. Estamos hablando de un tiempo más alejado, por eso está usando el will. ¿De acuerdo? Be careful, tengan cuidado con esto. Y you are going to write, please, from 5 to 8, complete 5 or 8 lines. ¿Correcto? Y part 3, en la parte 3, you are going to record a voice message read the answer to the questions. It's about you are going to record, vas a grabar solamente the part one, solamente la parte uno, la parte dos, no. That's why and you have 2 minutes y tienes los 2 minutos. ¿Qué es lo que vas a grabar? This one. I would like to improve I would like to improve in my life in the personal aspect. I would like to in the emotional this one, professional I would like to, and the economical I would like to. And then I am planning to to do the next year in the personal aspect I am planning to, and the emotional I am planning to, and professional I am planning to, and so on. And last one, I am going to achieve in 2 years in the personal aspect I am going to, and tra la 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 la, and the emotional I am going to, in the professional I am going to, my husband is going to, my family is going to, and so on. And the economical I am going to. Okay, I don't know if you can understand. This is this is the part one that you are going to record. Es la parte que vas a grabar. Next. Okay, and you have no more than 10 minutes. Okay, if you can see the time is enough. Tienes mucho tiempo. Okay, next. The activity number 6, opening ceremony. Okay, imagine that you are working in a successful enterprise and it will open a new branch. Your co-worker received all the information while you were doing other activities. That's why you ask her or him some questions about the event. You have to do 2 files, a document in Word and an audio. Okay. Okay, this is your opening ceremony. And in this case, you are going to use, if they ask you with will, you use will. Okay? In this case, they are questions. You have to write down 3 questions about specific information about the opening. Vas a pasar 3 preguntas con específica información de la apertura. Opening es la inauguración. ¿De acuerdo? And you can start where, how long, when, and so on. And the will, the opening, and the verb. Okay, 3 questions, specific information about the opening. And then the part 2, also you are going to do 3 questions, but about your partner. About your partner, what will she or he do before the opening day? And they give us an example. What will you wear for that day? Will you rent a tuxedo, or um, will you take a taxi, for example, an Uber for to get or to get the place? Okay, you are going to do 3. Okay, the part 1, 3 questions about the specific information of the opening, and part 2, another 3 questions about your coworker, about what she or he will do before the opening day. Okay, 6 questions. Now, in the part 3, you are going to answer the 3 questions. I suggest, please, I ask for, les pido que sean en ese mismo orden. Las 3 primeras, the first 3, and then the other 3, the 3. That's why they are in this order, okay? Remember, please, the first 3, they are talking about the event, and the other is you are going to talk about your partner or your co-worker, your co-partner. Por favor, as you told you, como les había comentado, it's very important that you use long answers, respuestas largas, no poner nada más, yes, he will, yes, I will, yes, she will, no, no, no. Yes, I am going, perdón, I will, yeah, you write down the complete answer. Please use will. And the next one, the part 4, you are going to write down a paragraph from 5 to 8 lines. Write how the English can help you to have a better job. This is very important, please. Be specific. There are many reasons that you can talk about the English can help you to have a better job. And the part 5 is very easy because you are going to uh, to record this paragraph, only this paragraph, and the time is 1 minute and 30 seconds. Forget the questions and the answer. No, this is only this paragraph you are going to record, and you have time enough to do it. Y tienes tiempo suficiente para hacerlo. Solamente grabar la parte 4. Solamente. ¿De acuerdo? Y tienes 1 minute and 30 seconds. Okay, as always, I ask you, como siempre les pido, it's very important, check and do the practice activities. You have 8. The first 3, they are talking about the future, the simple future will. The 4, the going to. The 5, going to question, W question, time in future, the expressions of time. And the last one is about the auxiliary could. And also, please, I suggest that do them before your integrative activities. Les sugiero que las hagan antes de las actividades integradoras. You have two training activities. The first one, what are your plans for the future and New Year resolutions? Okay, do it before your integrative activities, please. Okay, no, yet. And also, I invite you to consult and you write down the learning forum. It's very important. In this week, we are going to express our goals and plans, as well as we are going to ask you our partners about their ideas about the future. Express goals, wishes and dreams when you finish the high school online SEP and the situation that will change in your future. I took one example, some examples of your partners, such as Elia, Violeta, and Jara. This is in the forum, in the learning forum. I did that. Lo hice because they are correct. These examples are very clear and they are used correctly. The future, the simple future. This is a question. These are examples. I will continue. I will help. I will like. Me gustaría estudiar para maestra. I will register. Excuse me. I will register. Entraré o me registraré o estaré en una universidad en línea. ¿Sale? And I wrote a note about the use of will. Okay? Do you remember for a promise, a decision that made at the moment you're speaking, or for predictions and for uncertain future? Opposite of the going to, diferente al going to. Y ahora sí, the end. That's all for this week, and thanks you a lot for your attention. And I gave you a reflection and sentence from reflections about that says what we think we became. I didn't know that was taken from Buddha. Okay, but that's all for today. Okay, that's all for this week. So now, please, questions, specific questions. Hi, everybody. Hi, Alberto. Martita, Laurita. Questions. This is a part of the question. I'm so sorry. It had an hour, maybe an hour for the presentation, but it was important to know the both futures and also the two activities, the number 6 and the 5, and also the difference between them. Y la diferencia era muy importante saberla. Hola Normita. Hola Normita, Luis Alberto. Hi. Okay. Luis Alberto Paredes, hi. Luis Alberto, hi, Alan, and everybody. So, please, questions. Por favor, preguntas. The section of questions. Is it difficult? How can you see the two futures? Do you think that they are difficult or not? Or which is more difficult? The first one, the simple future, or the going to? Okay, the first one it's 2 minutes, and the second it's 1 minute and 30 seconds, 1.5. Okay, el primero 2 minutos y el segundo minuto y medio. Angélica, entonces quedó clara la pregunta. Another question, otra pregunta. De todas maneras, tienes el video to check them, para checarlo, pero así es. The first one, el primero, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And the second, 1.5. 1.5. So please tell me if you have questions about the will or the be going to, excuse me. Is it difficult? I think that it's more, I think that is easier than the last week, that the activities of the last week. Creo que están más sencillas que las de la semana pasada. No sé lo que ustedes crean. Entonces, ¿qué piensan, chicos? It is easy or not? ¿Algunos tienen duda? Por favor, de verdad que me complacería demasiado que me preguntaran. Me encanta que me pregunten, porque no puede quedar tan claro. Sí está fácil, pero no tan fácil como para que no haya preguntas. Entonces, a mí me encanta que me pregunten. Me encanta que me pregunten ahorita y pues tengamos los menos de grounds o de las menos errores que podamos during the activities, durante las actividades. Angélica, ay, qué bueno, me dice que sí están más sencillas. Para mí también está más relajado esta semana. It's easier, está más fácil. ¿Algo más? ¿Alguien tendrá alguna duda? Victor. Yes, I know, Victor. At the beginning, we talked about this. Everybody who had problems with the platform. I know it was very, very difficult in my case for assessment the activities. También para mí, créanlo que para calificarlos, para evaluarlos, fue muy complicado porque pues eran varias actividades y el hacerlas pues sí fue complicado, de verdad. Lo siento mucho. I am so sorry. That's why I sent you a message. Por lo cual les envío un mensaje por si querían enviarlas el día de mañana y si quieren pues hasta el día jueves, ¿de acuerdo? Sí, Víctor, todos tuvimos muchos problemas, de verdad que qué pena. I suppose that. Sí, hombre, no te preocupes, pues el rating es lo de menos. El problema es realmente las actividades, ¿no? Bien, Angélica me pregunta, en the activity 5, only we are going to use only the wheel. Solamente vamos a usar el wheel en la actividad 5. En la actividad 5, no, Angélica. En la actividad 5, en la actividad 6 me comentarás. It's about the enterprise. Si estás hablando de la empresa, es el 6. El del 6, sí. En la actividad 6, estás hablando del will, only the will, solamente el will. Pero, bueno, el will en la parte 1 y en la parte 2. En la parte 3 de la redacción de por qué es importante el inglés, pues ahí vas a usar futuro, el will, el going to, Ahí presente simple, lo que tú quieras, ¿eh? Ahí en la parte 3, pero en la parte 3 de la actividad 6. Pero en la parte 5, perdón, excuse me, in the activity 5, en la actividad número 5, remember please that they are talking about the 5 aspects of 4, I don't remember it. Well, they're talking about the emotional, personal, and the other economic, about the aspects, acerca de los aspectos. Remember please that you are talking about plans. Estás hablando de planes. Y si son planes, entonces estás hablando del going to. Sí, perdón, ya dice Angélica. Podemos poner unas preguntas con going to o con would. A ver, Angélica, creo que estás confundida. En la parte 5, en la parte 5 no hay preguntas, se refiere a puras respuestas. Porque son tus planes a un año y lo que vas a lograr en 2 años. Entonces, they are only answers, son solo preguntas. ¿Sí? Vamos a sacarla si quieres de nuevo. Pero creo que estás confundiéndolo, Angélica. Con la actividad 5 con la 6. No sé si ya te ubicaste. La 5 es about the aspects, different aspects. La 5 estás hablando de los diferentes aspectos. Y no hay preguntas, they are only answers, son solo respuestas. En la activity 6, excuse me, en la actividad 6, yes, there are 6 questions and 6 answers using will, usando el will, así es, solamente will. ¿Por qué? Porque te está preguntando con will. And also the situation, the event, it's mainly will. Y el evento también es por eso que se usa el will. ¿De acuerdo? Sí, Víctor, fortunately, the platform is working so good. I hope that all this week the platform works very, very successful. Que trabaje exitosamente the platform, ¿ok? Ok, bien, Angie, no te preocupes. That's why, solamente check again the video, or the video, and also the presentation, the PowerPoint presentation. And if you have more questions, please send me in the platform, please. Okay? So, more questions, but thanks a lot, Angie, because you asked me about the activities. Some questions, Alan, Víctor, Marisol, Edmundo, Martita, Norma, Alberto. Do you have questions? No. Billy asked me, in activity 5, the answers are short. No, please, no. If you write down short answer, it's wrong. You failed the activity. No, reprobada. Inclusive, por favor, I forgot to tell you that check only your rubrics. Chequen las rúbricas. And also say, don't use short answers. No, please. Complete answers in both. En ambas, respuestas largas, por favor. No es porque realmente se use de esta manera, simplemente porque it's mainly the long answers because we want to know if you apply the futures correctly. Más que nada te pedimos también largas porque queremos saber si la estás usando correctamente estos dos temas correctamente. That's why. This is the main reason, ¿ok? Bien, correcto. Pili, muy bien. Qué bueno, pero es muy buena pregunta. More questions, más preguntas. Bien, Víctor, muchas gracias. Bien, de todas maneras, if you have more questions, maybe in this moment not, but when you are doing your activities, you have some questions, please ask me. Si de alguna manera tuvieran algunas dudas, por favor háganmelas saber. In the platform during this week, tomorrow. I don't know if you have in the time that you have the questions, okay? Bien, entonces me comentan que no hay preguntas. So, Entonces me despido. Thanks a lot for everybody. Muchas gracias a todos y cada uno de ustedes. Thanks a lot. Y como siempre, estoy a sus órdenes in the, in the schedule that I gave you online. En el horario que les di en vivo, ¿de acuerdo? In the morning, 1 hour, and also in the evening. Not today because I did the session, the synchronous session, but tomorrow in the morning I'm going to answer your questions if you have, okay? Or only clear some topic or something like this if you want, okay? That's all. Yes, Edmundo. Yes, also for your partners, the best week. I hope you the best and the easy week and activities for this week. And I hope that I'm sure that our platform is going to work very, very good. So, y esperemos que nuestra plataforma seguramente, I'm sure, estoy segura que no tenemos problemas. We won't have problems with the platform. No tendremos problemas con la plataforma, ¿de acuerdo? Please, I invite you, as always, that please work in the learning forum, please. I want to see you, Victor, Marisol, all of you also in the learning platform, please, because you are going to take some ideas from your projects. Okay, so that's all. Rest, please, and have sweet dreams also. Please have a great week. That's all for today. Thanks a lot for everybody. And see you the next week and last week also. Okay, thanks a lot. See you soon. Bye.